Alright guys, let's get into this back and by day. As you can tell, no gym partner today, unfortunately. Today didn't exactly go the way I intended. I know I promised you guys yesterday that today's back and by workout would take place in Rama at Tan Fitness. And ultimately, obviously, as you can tell, at Cuba's gym at Get Fit. So obviously, didn't exactly go as I thought it would. Got a message asking me to pick up my baby brother from school. So at the time that me and Brandon were going to meet to do back and by together, I had to go do other things. So I had to tell him, hey, it's Wednesday. I have to be at other places after the gym normally. So we're not going to have time after I go get my baby brother to hit the gym together. So we'll have to hit after church. And he said just to gym him out. He went on a date apparently afterwards, all the fun stuff. So as you can tell, this is the bar that we used on chest day to do more of a neutral grip while still enjoying some aspect of normal bench press instead of dumbbell. And so today, the idea here, I'm almost tempted to do these, but I want to do these ones here in the middle, the little close ones for bent over rows. Want a neutral grip on them, almost like I'm doing a chest supported dumbbell almost. Just all the benches over there kind of suck for chest support dumbbell. Always you hit the benches in a weird way. So kind of a good way to get that same neutral grip with the stabilization of the barbell as well. Definitely feels different to a traditional barbell row, but it also feels very different than hitting a dumbbell row because I'm getting the benefit of holding it at a neutral grip instead of supinated or pronated, and I'm getting, like I said, the more challenging part of a barbell row of using your stabilization muscles to keep your back from curving, keep yourself from falling forward, all the fun stuff. So a few sets of these. I'm gonna get some music on. I will say, if the workout tonight seems a bit low energy, so I want a more row focused back day for sure, but I'm kind of leaning towards only 3 or 4 back exercises and then 2 or 3 by, because I'm extremely tired and have a bit of a headache. It was definitely a lot worse before I got here. Sipped on some water and kind of chilled, but not great actually. I know I really probably shouldn't be switching handles mid-set, but I'm going to do these more in the middle, out almost shoulder width. They're still pretty neutral, but they are kind of sideways. Ooh. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, a few more of these. Whew. Let's move on. Like I said, I'm pretty tired, plus a headache, so moved on pretty fast from those, just resets. That might be the theme tonight. Resets. Depends on how I feel. But does feel good enough. I'm happy with resets. So move on to this. Again, I want to, I'm feeling bent over rows that we just did. This, cable row, pull downs, pull overs. I don't know if we'll do anything else on the back side of things. We'll get into bicep. It's almost 9 o'clock at night, which I know isn't late, but I've been up since like 6 o'clock this morning. And like I said, I had a headache before I came in. It's still kind of lingering, but not bad. So I'm just like drained. So trying to have energy for the sake of the video to talk to you guys and not like bog things down. But I'm definitely exhausted. So ooh. Ooh. Ow. I don't know what's going on with my finger, but it hurts. So having the grip on 160 pounds did not feel great, but we'll be fine. Ooh. Oh. It is hot as balls in here. And it is only like 58 degrees outside. So why they have it like hot here is beyond me. I should have came by and worked here today, at least a little bit. But I've been down here every day since last Thursday, last Wednesday, when the manager initially lost his position here. So Thursday to yesterday, I've been here every day, multiple hours a day, cleaning. If you look at the machine next to me right now, there used to be cobwebs and dirt, and dust bunnies underneath it. You know, I moved machines, vacuumed under, mopped, all the fun stuff. And that hadn't been done so long. And a lot of these machines that you can't move, such as the cable towers, I can't move those alone. So they still are that way. But like, it took me that almost full week of just deep cleaning that needed to be done here. And I take one day off. There's handles over on the floor and a bench left out, weights left on the bar, handle on the floor there, bench is out and left out on the floor over there instead of put back where they belong. It's like, and someone's changed the thermostat for me to see the heat. So now it's hot as balls in here. And since I can't confirm or deny if it's 1 to 2 new managers on the team we have going right now, I'm not going to touch it because I'm not going to get yelled at. But by God, is it hot here? I don't work here one freaking day. Water's empty, handles and benches everywhere. Just willy-nilly. And someone's turned the freaking heat on when it's still warm outside. Beyond me. Anyways, enjoy this view one more time because I'm being lazy and not moving the camera. Alright, let's move on to some pull downs. I'm definitely feeling yesterday's leg workout. Been having a time, one heck of a time, getting up and sitting back down. So that's always a good sign of a dirt leg day. So having a few sets of these a few sets of pullovers, and get into some biceps. I really don't feel more than 2 or 3 exercises for biceps. I hate training like this. Like training to get out fast, but I just don't have the energy tonight, guys. Like just full transparency. But that doesn't mean the workout necessarily needs to lack. Like I don't want it to feel like I didn't hit anything at all today. Whew. That freaking finger. I must have smashed it. Like, putting any pressure on it freaking hurts. Ooh. Okay, a few more of those. Ooh. Try not to waste too much time. Oh. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I think I know what I did to my finger. Do you guys know what a cajon is? So, a cajon is that box drummers sit on. That sounds kind of like a snare on the outer part of the wooden box, and more like a bass in the center. And so when you want more of an acoustic set where people are maybe playing acoustic guitars and stuff, so you're lighter sounding, you give a drummer, instead of a drum set, a cajon. They sit on it and they drum on the box. Well, that's what we use at church on Wednesday nights. And I'm on the worship team, I'm drummer. And so I must have freaking absolutely smashed this finger into the corner of that box at some point while playing. There's like a slight bruise right there. And like anytime I grip this bar, once my weight and that weight is put on it, it's making it a lot harder to freaking grip this thing. All right. Boom. Ooh. All right, let's hit some pullovers right over there. It's already ready to go, so. All right, absolutely no time wasted. My song stopped. Moved the camera right over here. Not even changing the lane. We'll get straight into it. 3 sets of these. Maybe more if I'm feeling it, but this should finish the lats off nicely. And then we'll get to some bicep. I ain't gonna lie. I did try to plan out this workout a little bit. I didn't come up with much. But and it's definitely not going the way I envisioned it in my head. I was thinking more 5 to 6 back exercises, way more row focused. And then 3 or 4 bicep exercises, but that's not happening. Point being, kind of making up on the spot, taking some of the exercises I planned on doing, some that just kind of in the mood for, but there's a handle on the floor already. So I'm thinking our first bicep exercise after these will just be cable curls, because handle's ready to go. I'm sitting right here. I don't gotta go anywhere. So my lats feel pretty significantly pumped and cooked just after that first set. So I'm gonna hit a second set, drop the weight, get straight into curls. So only 2 sets today, but we might just do one exercise. I'm not going. We might just camp out right here and do multiple sets of this bicep curl. Call it. I just, very tired. Hey, this isn't even as heavy as I normally go, and it felt pretty freaking heavy. Okay. Like I said, I'm not even going to take the time to move the camera. So, apologize for the laziness. But I want to keep the intensity up. I want to keep the pump up. And I want to get out. I need something to eat. And I need some sleep. So, definitely a much faster back and by day than I wanted it to be and intended. But at least attempting to keep the intensity up, not taking too long on breaks. Like, we've only been here for 30 minutes. But the only thing making breaks longer than I didn't want them is myself talking to you guys. But, so there's that. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Ooh, a few more of those. Those feel good. I'm just gonna camp right here. Oh, if this was a COD lobby, people would hate me right now. Just camping. Honestly, I have the gym to myself, and these are feeling like extra good today. So, and I can just tell if I was holding an actual dumbbell on this bruise on my finger, the grip would be a lot different. Like I'm kind of able to take advantage of the fact that this handle rolls and got like this foam padding on it, and kind of keep it off this finger just a smidge, grip with everything else, and just barely grip this and just push. So trying not to let, I guess, this smashed finger, that's something I think I did to it, control this workout or inhibit it in any way. So, come on. No. All right. I think that's it. I don't feel like I have anything else to give. Oh, very tired. Like, I feel like I could close my eyes and go to sleep right now. So let's get to the car and get heading home, so that way I don't fall asleep behind the wheel. All right, like I was saying, inside it's like decent out. Like it's not freezing balls out here or anything, but it's that really annoying time of year that Missouri just sits in for way too long before actually dedicating itself to going full winter. But it's that really annoying part of the year where it's like really nice out, but then your windows refuse to not fog up no matter what. So you have to have your heat on and your defrost on to be able to drive. So even though there's no justification of having your heat on, you gotta sweat your balls off to get where you're going. So really enjoyable time of year, truly. So I know that was probably not the most entertaining back and by day you've ever watched on the channel, or that you've ever watched any fitness influencer execute, but it was the best one I had in me, and I still had the desire to train and the drive to train even through my exhaustion, that I still came to the gym. Like it's been a long day. I had it was probably more of a migraine than a headache because it lasted like 2 freaking hours. But I've had a day. So, but I never want, especially if I still have that drive, that desire to go to the gym in me, like I don't want to skip for no reason. Now, if I had just felt like, man, no motivation to go to the gym, plus I had a headache for 2 hours, plus I'm just extremely tired, like I am right now. Like I feel so drained, I feel so weak, I feel so out of it. Like I probably would have probably swung by the next 30 minutes on the cardio bike just to film like a rest day and talk to you guys, or maybe film the car talk on the way home from church and talk to you guys, 1 to 2. Like I still would have filmed something. Like I wasn't going to let it stop me from filming anything. Like the fact that even though I didn't really feel 100%. Like, I didn't feel like I knew I wasn't coming in and having the most mind-boggling, insane back and by day of all time, which sucks because like yesterday after legs, I was feeling that way. I'm like, oh, we're gonna go in and absolutely destroy this back and by day. And of course, yesterday it was still a back and by day that was going to take place at Tan Fitness. So on top of feeling like, oh yeah, it's going to be the best, like I was planning for at Tan. So like I was thinking that Tan Fitness cable row with like the really good black handles they have, and their really good chest support row machine that kind of hits upper back, that will hit like your rhomboids and stuff. Thinking of maybe throwing in a rear pec deck for some rear delts. I know that we do have a dedicated shoulder day, but I've been kind of thinking about throwing rear delts onto back and by day, just like a few exercises, just to give them some extra attention, and then obviously hit them on shoulders as well. Because one, there's not that many rear delt movements, and two, they are the most neglected, not just head of your shoulders, but probably the most neglected muscle by anyone who goes to the gym, any bodybuilder, and outside of maybe calves, because a lot of people just love to skip working out their calves. But so like I was planning for a Tan Fitness back and by day, so that did kind of take some of the wind down my sails, because it's like, going to a different gym, I can't execute the exact workout I've been hoping, planning all day. Then I couldn't, life happens. I couldn't go to the gym at the time I was going to, which is ultimately why the gym location changed, why I had to hit it so much later in the day at almost 9 o'clock at night. And so all that kind of compiled to, it's later in the day. It's been a long day. I've been up early. I drove to and back to town 4 separate times, and so I'm just like exhausted, like abnormally exhausted. And so it is what it is, but I still had that drive and that want to go to the gym in spite of my exhaustion. And so I take that pretty dang seriously. Like, you know what? There is no valid reason to skip. I still desire to go hit back and by. I still desire to go, at the bare minimum, get a pump. Maybe not have the most intense, most insane back and by day that is so perfect it's going to tear every individual muscle fiber and the muscles I'm hitting. I'm going to be so sore tomorrow, but after the recovery, it'll be freaking magnificent. It's going to be somehow, some way, the most effective back and by day ever executed. No, it wasn't going to be anyways. Like, before life happened and I had to hit it so much later and just didn't have much energy to attack it with, but I still made the most of it. Today kind of ended up being more of a chase the pump kind of workout and not so much actually building muscle workout. I don't think I'm going to get much hypertrophy out of today's workout. Maybe a little bit, but not as much as I could have. But I didn't have a valid excuse to skip, and I didn't fake skipping. So I'd rather have a bare bones, quick 33-minute back and bicep workout than not hit it at all when I still have the desire to hit it, no matter how tired I am. So, no matter what, I'm proud of myself for going in and hitting it. And is there some part of me, the part of me that loves training a certain way, that almost always hits 3 to 4 bicep exercises, sometimes 5, hits 6 to 7 back exercises. The workout goes on for an hour to an hour and a half. Is that part of me who was training that way, that doesn't leaving the gym 30 minutes after arriving? Is that part of me somewhat getting ate up inside, that the workout wasn't younger, that it wasn't better? Sure. But I would be so much more disappointed in myself if I had just said, screw it, I'm not going to the gym at all, I'm going home. Because deep down, I would have went home and known you had at least something in the tank to give and no valid excuse not to go. And that's just me, right? Like, obviously, everyone's different. Some people, if they had felt as exhausted as I do right now, as exhausted when I got to the gym, they would have never drove to the gym today. They would have, if they had the exact same day I did, felt the exact same way I did, had a headache for 2 hours. They would have been pretty exhausted, pretty discouraged, not really in the mood to go to the gym. And as soon as they left church, their car wouldn't have headed down Highway 8 to go hit the gym. They would have taken the interstate back home. And that's the end of it. I am proud of myself, no matter what you think of the quality or the intensity or the ultimate end result of the workout is, that I still said, I'm going. And I think the best part about it, at least to me, is that when you hear bodybuilders talk about it all the time, that last stretch, those last 2 months, those last few weeks of a prep, you don't have any drive, any energy, your willpower, your mental fortitude, it is all ran dry. And I know it's going to be a completely different monster than how tired I am today. But I think today, at least in my opinion, is a good sign that next June, when we're pushing real close to the show, that I'm not just going to skip the gym because, oh man, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm this percent body fat, I'm only getting this many calories, I'm doing 2 hours of cardio, like all this stuff, like, oh, I just can't do it. I almost kind of proved to myself that maybe I do have the mental fortitude to do this. There's always been that doubt of, man, I can do it now when I'm still like 30% body fat and still 190 some odd pounds. I can do it now, but what's going to happen when I'm below 10% or below, when I'm 160 or lighter? So I might have to be 150 to 145 for all I know. The journey to that's a guess. I would say 160, no matter what, will be a good, healthy weight to get down to, and it is my goal. But for the show, I might have to get leaner than that. I might have to lose more weight than that. I don't know yet. I will find out as we get closer to the show. But there's definitely been that part of me kind of nagging in the back of my head of, is it doable? When I get to that point, when we get to, closer to the destination, can I do it? When the energy is so much lower, where the willpower has to be so much stronger, because your body is starving, it's screaming at you to just eat anything, to stop tracking your calories, to stop tracking your carbs, to stop tracking your protein, to stop tracking your fats, to stop tracking your sodium, stop tracking how much water you're drinking in a day, stop doing so much dang cardio. So let's take a break, let's stop already. That is what your body will be screaming those last few weeks, if not last 2 months, leading into that show. And at least in some regards, in some aspects, tonight proved that I at least have the fortitude, the mental fortitude to say there is no valid excuse to not gym today, no matter how exhausted I am. I'm still going to go in. And that's what's going to make the difference between me and someone else on stage. It is. And it's what's going to make the difference between me staying where I'm at or actually getting down to 160. So, Maybe it wasn't the best workout. Maybe it wasn't the most enjoyable video. Maybe you guys are wishing that I had just shut the heck up, hit a better workout, moved the camera more so you could have more interesting shots instead of listening to me yap the whole time. But for me, like, I by all means, I will sacrifice the quality of the video by not moving the camera to save energy for the workout. And I'm sorry if that makes it less of a enjoyable viewing experience. But I just didn't have it in me to keep getting up, getting down, getting up, getting down. Let's just hit the workout. Let's just hit the set. Let's just try to keep the intensity up. Try to keep the weights moderate to heavy. Let's rep this out and let's go home. And if the video suffered, so be it, and I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, the workout is more important to me than the video. Hitting the workout is more important to me than the video. That being said, I do love you guys. I do appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support. I appreciate that you guys watch me do this, because I'm going to be honest, sometimes I look in the mirror and I see the progress I've made over the past 3-4 months of doing this, and I say, where's the progress? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Can you get down to 160? Why would anyone watch this? I'm just shooting straight, guys. That's why I took progress pictures on October 20th. Because frankly, when I edit the videos, when I see myself every single day in the mirrors at the gym, obviously in person, just looking down, you know, in the reflections of a window, obviously in the video itself when I'm editing, I see myself, and there are times where I notice like the little differences that have happened, like seeing more definition in my arms and upper chest over time and stuff like that. But then there's other times where I haven't lost much of my stomach at all yet, or maybe the scale isn't going down as fast as I want it to yet, and I truly start to get discouraged. And sometimes I look at that, I'm like, why would anyone watch these videos like at all? Like, why would you waste your time? Like, I think to myself, you guys have to be watching these thinking, he hasn't made an ounce of progress. Because I find myself thinking that. I find myself despairing myself and discouraging myself with that thought. And so October 20th, I took progress pictures. They're very, very, very good progress pictures. Like, no trying to suck in the stomach, no goon lighting. It wasn't even at the gym. It was at home. Terrible lighting, frankly. Like, I'm pale. Those lights turned me into Casper the Friendly Ghost at the house. So sorry in advance for when those get put in a video in a few months. But sorry. Just make sure you turn down the brightness on your phone when you're watching it, because you will be blinded even with your phone down to all the way dimmed. Like, right now, those photos sit in my photo gallery, and I'm telling you right now, I can't wait to delete them. Well, back them up and then delete them so I don't have to see them in my photo gallery every freaking day. But like, those pictures, like I said, no goon lighting, nothing special, no pump beforehand. I took a picture, not flexing, I'm not sticking in my stomach in any way, shape, or form, and then flexing. I took it from the front, the back, the side. I want to say I did both sides. I could be entirely wrong, but I do believe I did both sides. And so, like, and there's each angle is both relaxed and then flexed. And I look at those photos and it's like, is it better than where I started when I started the challenge? Yeah, a little bit. It's hard for me to see it sometimes. There's days where I'm like, man, yeah, the left handles are bad, man. My stomach hasn't really gone away at all despite my best efforts. But, oh, my chest is looking good in this photo. Oh, my arm's looking good there. You know, like, I am noticing those little things where it's like, no, there's being some progress made. But then there's other times where it's like, I'm like, man, I just want to delete these and never put them on the channel. And what if in Free Moms I take pictures and I haven't changed at all? You know, like, I do get very discouraged sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, but I'm only human. But the journey to 160 continues, and the point of taking those pictures earlier last month is to have something to compare to other than the videos of myself, because I do think editing the videos is giving me some form of body dysmorphia where I just have a hard time noticing any and all progress. And so I'm really hoping having those pictures, as much as I hate them being on my phone right now, will be a big encouragement later on. Because not only, will I see myself shirtless like I was in those pictures more often than you guys will, and like be able to like, hey, wait a minute, let me pull up that picture real quick. Oh wow, that really changed. Like January 20th, 3 months from when the pictures were taken, I'm gonna show you guys like the difference that was made in 3 months. That I feel like, at least in my opinion, I'm having a hard time seeing when these videos are day to day. So, but that's just me. Maybe you guys are like, yeah, I'm noticing you different. Ooh, he's flexing the mirror, and there's your definition that I don't recall last time he had the confidence to flex in the mirror. I don't know. That's just me. But I'm home. I'm tired. I'm hungry. It's time to go inside, eat some dinner, and go to bed. Well, edit this video and then go to bed. So if the video isn't the best editing quality, or if the thumbnail really sucks, I'm sorry, guys. I am exhausted, but I will do my best. Hopefully it doesn't take me all night to get done. But if you like the video, which I don't know why you would, like it. If you've made it this far and you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe if you made it this far anyways. If you want to support me or the channel in any way, shape, or form, Harder Than Last Time supplements, code JS15, save 50% off your order. Merch is in the description as well. Don't feel pressured to buy anything, guys, but it's all there if you want it. If you go to Harder Than Last Time, please remember to use my code. That it will save you guys money. I get 10% commission, so it helps me and the channel out, and I would greatly appreciate it. I love you guys. Appreciate you so much. The comments, the likes, the fact that you guys are even subscribed, that you're even here with me on this journey, speaks volumes. Love you guys. See you tomorrow for chest and tricep at Rawa's gym. And let's not promise anything. Unless something happens, chest and try tomorrow at Tan, because it's just the best gym to hit chest at in general anyways. And hopefully it will be much more my normal style, and I will have higher energy. So let's pray for the best on that. See you tomorrow.